Happy New Year! Happy New Year! Yeah!
Happy New Year! The Chits and Giggles podcast.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Abby.
Abby who?
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year! How we doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. First of all, I would like to just a quick message to everyone.
Yep.
Thanks for tuning in last year. It was a blast. Hopefully you tune in again this year. Hopefully we keep going this year. And if you're watching this video, just smash the subscribe button because it does help the channel a lot and we really appreciate it. And the like, if you like the video as well, drop us a like. Anyway, on to the episode. What's on the agenda this evening?
I want to get to the bottom of something.
Okay.
I don't know if we are the guys
The
to
ocean?
do that. Fuck no, I didn't go to the bottom of that place.
No. Go on.
I'd
What's on
rather
your
go to
mind?
the moon. Well, we just said Happy New Year. We just shouted Happy New Year, wait, whatever.
Yep.
Apparently, it's not the new year. The new year starts in April.
Does it? In
Well,
April?
In April, yeah.
Does it? Okay.
Apparently.
All right. Is that according to which calendar?
The old one.
The old one.
The one we don't use.
We use the Gregorian, don't we? So that's the.
There's been so many different calendars.
There's loads of calendars. There's still calendars in use.
We use the
isn't there?
Gregorian. Do we have to use the Julian calendar?
No, we use the Gregorian now. Yeah, it's the Julian, the one that is the predecessor to the Gregorian.
What was before that? Once we used to start the year because it's spring. That's the time that everything comes alive. That's the start of a new year in supposedly the ancient times.
Well, it does depend on what you're going off, because apparently there's 3 different types of cycles
Okay.
that the calendar uses. There's a solar, which obviously us going around the sun.
Yeah.
There's lunar, which goes off where the moon state
Okay.
of each month. You know, that's how they work it. And then there's lunisolar, which is a mixture of them both.
Okay. So we are solar, I'm guessing.
The Gregorian it goes off the sun. Yes, we use the solar system.
So the lunar calendar must have 30 months then, yeah?
It's
It's 28 days to roughly 28 days to a moon's cycle, one moon cycle.
Yes, but that's for the month, and I think there's 30 days, but still 12 months. But then at the end of the year, the start of the year, the end of the year, whatever it is, they add 5 days on to the end for it to catch up properly.
That's strange. Supposedly we have the most accurate calendar that we use today.
And when did it start?
I don't know. It was the 1500s, 1600s.
Something like that. I got 1400 in my head.
It was
Something like
during
that.
the month of September. They lost 11 days. If you go on your phone and pull out the calendar, you know you can go back through the years.
Yeah.
If you go back to, I don't know, 1667 maybe, I can't remember the year. But there's like 11 days missing from September where they started the new calendar, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that.
And you can actually see it. You can bring it up and you can see it. It jumps from the 2nd up to like the 15th or whatever. I can't remember, but
Right.
I know
Weird,
that's not
isn't
11 days. I'm just speaking hypothetically, right?
Disclaimer. Yeah. Calendars are weird. There's been so many calendars, and there still is so many calendars. You know, a lot of countries use 2 calendars.
Well, the Chinese use a completely different calendar, don't they? Their New Year's in a month or so.
Yeah, a lot of countries do. Over Eastern countries, Arabic, Egypt. That's one of them. They use a different one. They're not a different one, but they have one for their like religious celebrations. They use a different calendar for that. But there was some worldwide agreement thing that they made, that the whole world, nations, I suppose, made, that they all abide by it, as well as their calendars that they use. Some places are in like 1940s, according to their calendar.
Yeah.
But whereas we're in 2024 now, 2024.
Whoop, whoop.
But they're still, according to their calendar, back in the 1940s. They're back in time. They haven't even got cars yet.
Well, no, obviously in today's world,
Yeah,
we'll
I
just
know.
call it a different number.
Yeah, but it's pretty
How
cool.
did they figure it out years ago, though? Like, I mean, like thousands of years ago, when they used calendars back then, how did they know how long a year was?
I suppose somebody had to count every day and chip a little thing into his stone every day to count all the days.
Right, but then what's your reference? How do you know when you've got back to where you started?
From the position of the sun. I believe it was because from what stars they could see. So they looked at a star and see where it was in the sky, and then when they got back to that same point, they knew there'd been a year.
But then, accurately, how did you get that accurately within a week, a month?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Unless you've got a piece of big, clear perspex, and you dot out the star every single night, and you stand in the exact same position behind that perspex in reference to the stars. How the fuck would you know when that star lines back up to where you started?
I don't have the answer to that one, I'm afraid. That must have been what they done. They must have done something along those lines. I mean, you're right. How would they know?
Well, I couldn't figure it out today. If I didn't have a calendar, if my phone didn't tell me every day what time it is, and it might know what fucking day it is, how the hell would you know when it's Christmas, when it's New Year, when your birthday is? How would you know anything?
Well, if you go outside without a jumper on and you go, "Cool, it's bloody freezing," then you know it's nearly Christmas. Or if you go outside in shorts and go, "Oh, lovely day," it means you know it's summer.
Okay, well, I go outside and I'm freezing now, and I miss Christmas by a week.
I don't know.
It's what, 5 months, 4 months of the year I could go outside and be freezing. That's a quarter of the year.
But it also depends on how long the sun is up for as well, doesn't it?
But we keep changing our fucking clocks, so are we meant to keep up with that?
I mean, we only change them twice a year, but it's the to do with the amount of time the sun's up, isn't it? Isn't that not how they work out where we are?
Right, okay, but what I'm saying, the sun's up for 14 hours.
And 13 minutes.
Right, you don't have a clock. You have a
I
stick
do.
in the sand.
Oh, okay, yeah.
How do you know how long the sun's up for? You can say 13 hours, but how can you measure each hour? How can you measure a second? How the fuck did they know?
Maybe they went 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, and counted them.
That seems like the only logical explanation, because I can't seem to figure out.
But how did they know what a second was? How did they work? How did they think of? I know. Let's create a time. Do you know what I mean? Let's create a clock, for example.
1 second has to last exactly 1 second. That unit of time has to be so accurate that you can fit the perfect amount in an entire year, in a decade, in a century. There is the perfect amount of seconds.
Yeah.
Which I don't know how accurate a second was back then, but that's how accurate they are now.
But our year isn't 365 days exactly, is it?
No, 365 days and
11 hours or something.
it would be
No,
6 hours.
6. Yeah,
But I think
like
it's
that.
slightly less. I think it's like 5 hours.
Yeah,
or 5 point something. Because obviously that's a quarter of a day, 6 hours every year.
Yeah.
That's why every 4 years you have the leap year to make up that full day.
Yeah,
Then every 100 years you drop that leap year. On the century, on the 100th year, every 100 years, you drop that leap year.
Oh, really?
Because it's not quite 6 hours in a day. That's why in the year 2000, I think it was, there was no leap year when there should have been.
Oh, I didn't know that. There you go. Useless fact number 1. Every 100 years, there's not a leap year.
For that reason, because it's not exactly 6 hours. See, that's accurate. That you have to measure where you are from one side of the sun right the way around 365 degrees within
360 degrees.
Did I say 365?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know why. But yeah, 360 degrees. How the fuck, you know what I mean? How did they do it? How did they keep track of it? Like they say Jesus was 2,000 years ago. How do you know he wasn't 200 years ago and they just forgot?
I'm sure they'd remember 200 years ago. But where did it come from, I wonder? I mean, I wonder who thought one day, I know, we should keep track of how long a day takes. So let's create a clock that tells us. Do you know what I mean? I mean,
Well, originally they
time.
had a stick, like I said, a stick sticking out of the ground, where the sun would cast a shadow on that stick, and then as that shadow moves around the stick,
Yeah.
that told them what time it was.
Yeah, but
That was
at
only
first, that wouldn't tell them a time. That would tell them where the sun was, and they go, right, well, I've got the sun to go from there to there, left of daylight.
well, yeah, of course they didn't have 8 o'clock in the morning. There was no such thing.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wonder when they thought, hang on, let's give these numbers to work out how long there is left. You know what I mean? We like old stuff, don't we?
Yeah, I had a conversation with my girlfriend the other day about when you envision the months of the year.
Yeah.
So you were picturing.
I mean, I don't envision them, but
Can you see images in your mind on demand? If I
no,
told you to picture an elephant, could you, in your head, see an elephant?
No, I don't think so. Hang on. Yeah,
What?
I've never thought of it before. But hang
You've
on. Yeah,
never thought of an elephant?
I mean, I've thought of an elephant, but I've never tried to picture one in my head.
What do you mean? So you've never pictured anything in your head before?
Yeah, but not intentionally.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
If I said to you, did you have a nice Christmas? And you said, yeah, we had Christmas dinner, blah, blah, blah. You explained
Yeah.
to me what was on that Christmas dinner. Could you,
Yeah.
while it's saying roast potatoes, carrots, mashed potato, turkey, gravy, stuffing, could you picture each thing in your head as you're saying it? Can you see the chicken? Even though you ate it last week, it's now turned to shit and is in a sewer 10 miles away.
If I think about it and I purposely think about it, yeah, I can see it. I can remember it in front of me as I'm eating it.
Is it a task to try and bring that image to mind?
Yeah.
It's difficult.
Yeah. I've got to physically try and remember that moment.
Really? This is a separate question to what I was going to ask.
Okay.
When you see that moment, how do you see it? Do you see it as if the plate is in front of you and you were looking from a first-person perspective? Or can you see it like an
Yes.
out-of-body experience and you're looking down on the table?
No, I look at it like I was looking at it when I was eating it, when I was doing this.
Okay. I see in third person. Like I can, my memories, my thoughts, my predictions on the future, if I'm daydreaming, everything, my dreams, is third person.
That makes no fucking sense though, because you weren't in that third person to when you was living it. Do you know what I mean? For you to remember it, surely you have to be remembering it as it was in your head, not as it was from somebody else over there watching it. I couldn't even try and think of a memory or try and remember something in a third person, like watching myself.
Well, I can't do it from my own eyes. I always see it from another perspective.
But how? Because when you was there eating your Christmas dinner, you was looking at your Christmas dinner. How can
And
you not just picture that again?
I can see myself with my green Christmas hat on my head that I just pulled out of my cracker. I can see myself sat at the table. There I am. You know what I mean?
I don't understand how. You weren't away from the table looking at the table at the time. So you're making that up completely. How could you
Are
see?
you making up a memory?
Yes, but you're making it up from what you can recall your eyes seeing at the time. So let's say, for example, you're sat at the table eating your food, yeah,
Yeah.
and bloody Bob Marley walks behind you, and you don't notice. But then you see Bob Marley standing over there, so you go, "Oh, it's Bob Marley. Hey, Bob, how you doing?" In your memory, you're not going to see Bob Marley walking behind you because you didn't know he walked behind you.
Okay, I was at Asda, a grocery store, place you go shopping, a while back now. What's so funny?
Why are you explaining Asda to me?
I just feel, people don't know what Asda is.
Ah, okay. Walmart. Target. Okay.
I was at Asda doing my
Yeah.
shopping. I was actually at the till, and somebody I haven't seen in years came up to me and tapped me on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Now, until I turned around, I didn't know who the fuck was tapping me on the shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah.
But when I remember that situation,
Yeah.
I can see him put his hand out on my shoulder and tap. I can see it.
Yes. How do you know? Just before he tapped you, he didn't pull a funny face and go behind you before he tapped you on the shoulder.
For all I know,
You're
before he tapped me on the shoulder, he might not even existed. He might have spawned in as he was tapping me. I don't know.
So
But
how
my
can you
head is
remember?
a memory is just a reconstruction of past events that from the details that your brain has picked up.
Yeah, but only what it's picked up from your eyes.
Not necessarily. My senses, my ears, my
But you still couldn't see his face behind you.
no, but I know he was there and I know what his face looks like. So maybe my brain, for whatever reason, has constructed. I don't know why it is. I've tried Googling it. I've met one other person, just one, that also sees like this and remembers this way.
That's a strange way to remember.
But I'm struggling to grasp the concept that you need to try to think about a picture.
Why? Why? When you try and think, when you think of something, do you have to? Do you not have to try and picture
No,
yourself
it's
or
just
try and
there.
remember yourself? If it's something that happened recently, then I can remember it. Like I can remember how our conversation started, or I can remember how we started this.
Okay, if me and you now, you close your eyes and I didn't say a word,
Yeah.
could you see and hear me in your memory? Could you hear my voice?
Yeah.
And it's a sound in your head that sounds like a voice, sounds like my voice talking to you.
It's pretty hard because you are talking to me, so I can just relive what you're saying in your way.
But do you know what I mean, though?
Yeah, but that's because it's happening right now. I couldn't think of you saying something to me in my head in tomorrow morning.
Really?
Yeah.
So what does your head sound like?
I don't fucking
What's it
know.
look like?
Cuckoo, cuckoo. That's what it
I'm
sounds like.
fascinated by other people's consciousness, the way they perceive the world, the way their mind works, because I've only got the one account. This is the only thing I've ever experienced my entire life, and it's only the last 12 months I've realized that not everyone thinks and remembers and dreams and envisions things this way. So it fascinates me.
It fascinates me that you can perceive a memory from a different perspective.
Can you envision the color red?
No.
What do you mean? Like
I
if you
mean,
close your eyes and you want to picture the color red, you can't do it.
hang on. Picture the color red. Picture the color red. Come on. I can do it. I've got my eyes closed, by the way.
Me too.
No, it's just black. I can't put a color red in front of me.
Yeah, it's black because your eyes are closed and you're looking at the back of your eyelid. Try
Yeah.
and see the colour in your mind. I'm not about what can you see with your eyes. Your fucking eyes are closed. Obviously you can't see red.
Use your mind. Get out. I don't know. I can't fucking see anything apart from the eyelids.
Okay, I want quick survey. I want you to comment down below how you perceive your memories. Just that. How do you perceive your memories?
Are you normal and perceive them like you lived them?
Or you like
Or are you
giggles?
strange? Like giggles. Or are you strange and see them in a third person? As if you're watching something.
Why can't you
As if a
picture the
different
colour
person.
red?
How can you picture? What do you mean picture the color red? I mean,
Okay, my eyes are closed.
Just
I walk out
picture-
of my
just-
house and I can see my garden. I can see the green grass, the brown fence. I can see the blue sky, the white clouds, the green trees. I can see it.
yeah, but I have to really try to imagine. I'm making it up. I'm not like I can if I really, really tried, but it's hard to get a colour to come through.
Okay, if I said the Audi badge, what does the Audi badge look like?
4 rings.
Okay, can you see that in your head? How do you know it's 4 rings? If you're not looking at it right now, how do you remember it's 4 rings?
I can't see it. I just know.
What?
If you're
I
telling
don't.
me, if I said to you, bloody Santa Claus, boom, Santa Claus, right now, what can you see?
Santa Claus?
I can't. No.
How?
What do you mean? How?
I don't get how. Like, I'm not even trying. It's just there. Like, he's still there now. My eyes are open. I'm looking at you, and I can still see Santa Claus.
Get lost, Nick. No. Mm-mm.
I can also see the elephant I was talking about earlier. In fact, now
Is he still there?
Santa's
Bloody hell.
riding the elephant. The elephant just squirted water in Santa's face.
You've got some wild imagination, you have, man.
Have I though? I want you to comment down below if you experience anything like this, because for me it's normal, and I've always thought it was normal.
Did you have an imaginary friend as a kid?
Kind of. I built him, so was he imaginary?
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. You mean you physically built him?
Yeah, I like physically built him.
Out of what?
Various different materials.
Like a bloody...
mainly cardboard. But had a mannequin's head.
Oh, okay. It's a bit strange.
Yeah, I was an only child, right?
Okay, anyway.
Anyway, to bring me back to my question, I was having a conversation with my girlfriend the other day about how she envisions the months.
Right.
Now, she pictures them. This concept is probably blow your head away because you can't even see the color red.
Right.
But she pictured the months of the year on a clock in a circle.
Right.
Like the words. You can see the word January at the top. Now logically, if she can see a circle with 12 months of the year and January is at the top, where would the next month be?
Well, if you're looking at me there, but if you're looking at Mike view there, like a number 1.
Okay, so January. 6 months later, June. Where's the month?
Down there.
You'd think, wouldn't you? 12 months of the year, 12 hours on the clock, perfectly coincide. No, not a fucking chance. She got January, February, March, April, May. So between 12 o'clock and, say, 4 o'clock on the clock, she got all the way up to September, bunched right the way up, for whatever reason. This is the way she sees them.
Right.
It gets weirder. And then October, November, and December spread out evenly between 6 o'clock and 12 o'clock. For whatever reason, she pictures the months that way.
That's very strange. No, I was going to say, it's very strange to picture a fucking calendar months anyway.
It's strange that you can't picture, but okay. To me, what's weird for me is that she pictures it this way as default. You just find it strange she pictures them. So I don't know whose side you're on, but you're on your own.
I don't know how you can imagine months of the year.
Well, anyway, it gets weirder.
Go on, carry on.
February and Tuesday, for whatever fucking reason, is blue. And the number 2. So February, Tuesday, which, okay, February's the second month, Tuesday's the second day, and 2 is obviously the second number. So maybe it's the second is all blue. I don't know. But she could see them blue for whatever fucking reason. When she hears different words, for some reason her brain has associated different colours with the sounds. So when she hears a certain word, like my name, for example, is purple, I think she said. When she hears my name, she can either see, smell, or feel purple. Now, smell and feel, I have no idea. I haven't got a fucking clue. I can get see, but I don't know what she means by the other 2. But this is the way she perceives different words, different sounds, different meanings.
I don't understand that, to be honest. First of all, what's colours got to do with a number or a date or a day? What's a colour got to do with that?
I don't know.
Second of all, ask me now to picture a calendar, the 12 months of the year.
Picture a calendar now, 12 months of the year.
Okay. What I see is like a calendar that you open up and
Okay.
it's got January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
And that's how I see it. And that's
Normal,
how I picture it.
a calendar, yeah.
Like
There's
a,
no
like, a,
colours.
like a calendar, yeah.
Like a calendar.
Yeah, I don't think she's seeing the colours on the clock.
Nutty girls on it as you open
Yeah.
each month. Come September, she's in a bikini. August, maybe August.
Oh, she's slowly undressing, is she?
Yeah. It gets too warm. That's what I see when you tell me to picture a calendar. But even then, I can't picture it in my head. That's what I would say. If someone said describe a calendar, that's how I would describe it. But I can't picture it in my head.
Wait, so you're not even picturing the calendar?
No.
So you can't. So you say you turn it over and you see the naked ladies. Can you see the naked ladies in your head?
No. What? I wish. No.
I don't get it. I can see vaginas everywhere right now.
Oh, bloody hell. Have you got a photographic memory or something? Is that what it is, or an eidetic memory?
No, I haven't got a photographic memory.
So you physically make up when you say picture something. So if you picture something like, I don't know, if you picture something that you've seen many times, not even many times. Picture my house. Can you see my house right now?
I can. Even with my eyes open, I can see it perfectly.
You can see it. Okay. So describe it to me.
Wait, do you want me to describe your house?
You haven't been here for 2 years, so you're walking through the front door.
Okay, walking through the front door, you got maybe 6-7 foot before you go to the left as the kitchen. Do you want me to describe your kitchen?
Go for it.
Okay, well, I believe it's changed now, but you walk in and on the wall along your right, which is backing onto your corridor to go up the stairs, you've got the fridge freezer right in front of you. You've got a cooker to the left of it. 90-degree turn, you've got the sink in front of you. You've got the dishwasher on the left under the worktop with your little coffee maker on top of it.
It has changed now. The coffee maker's not near the cooker.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I know it's changed, but like I said.
Yeah.
But then your living room,
right.
your utility, you go up the stairs, your bedroom. Yeah, I can see it. I can see the tiling on the floor. I can see.
You must have some form of. But are you picturing that when you think of it? Are you picturing it as you walking into my house, or are you picturing it as you watching yourself walk into my house? Like you're already inside watching yourself walk in. If you think back to the memory of when you first walked into my door.
I can do that, yeah. But I can also do it as like a pass-through mode. So like I'm not even there. I'm just like a little drone flying through your house.
Oh,
like when I was just doing that, your house was completely empty. There was no one in there.
There was some furniture, surely.
There was, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's Marley.
Who's Marley?
I can see it, and it baffles me that you can't.
You must have some form of photographic memory or eidetic memory, or maybe not, maybe more photographic. I don't know. You must have something like that.
But in photographic memory, you don't forget anything. My memory's terrible.
No, but you can remember. You can relive certain things like that. Do you know what I mean? You know where the fucking coffee maker was in my kitchen.
Well, yeah, because I've seen it. You know that Dowdy's 4 rings. But I want to know why.
That's very popular and that's very well known. You've been.
But I know
in
it's
my
4
house
rings
for all of
because
2 weeks.
I have to see the 4 rings. If you said to me, okay, if I said what's 10 times 12, would you just know it instantly, or would you have to work it out?
Well, I mean, that's pretty easy, isn't it?
Yeah, but would you have to work it out to answer the question?
I mean, I'd have to go 10 times 12, or 120.
Okay, and now you know. Now you know.
Yeah.
If I ask you in 2 months' time, would you have to work it out again?
Yeah, but I just.
Okay,
It's not that I'm working. It's not that I'm working it out. It's just that I'm. Yeah, I kind of am working it out, but you work it out quickly. You know what I mean? That's be 16 times 74. I don't fucking know. You must have some sort of memory that can to be able to remember things like that. Thing is, Audi, for example, and the Audi logo. It's well known. It's seen all the time. You see it every day subliminally without even realizing what you're seeing.
Okay, I can remember your house from 2 years ago. I can remember the house that I lived in when I was 3. In the exact same mode, flying by, I can see each room. I can walk down the stairs. I can
I can't even remember what house I lived in 3
now.
years ago.
As
I can't
for
remember the layout.
what color the paint on the walls were, as for what style of skirting board was on the walls, I don't know. What color cushion pattern we had, I don't know. But I remember where the settee was. I remember where the door was to go into the next room. I remember where the windows were. Do you know what I mean? I remember where the TV was. I don't remember the size of the TV and the make of the TV and how many batteries the remote took. But I can remember where the TV was.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you must have some sort of memory thing to know that information.
But I think I can do that with pretty much any event in my life. If it's happened, or even if it hasn't happened, I can see it not happening.
That's
I can
just
see your house on fire right now. Like I can
that's
see
just that's an imagination. That's what I'm saying. Did you have an imaginary friend? Because whenever somebody said, or whenever I've heard imaginary friend, I can't picture. I don't ever remember a time where I've thought of having an imaginary friend. Do you know what I mean?
Supposedly I had one when I was really young. Jonathan, I think his name was.
I
don't
can't.
I don't
I don't
remember him.
understand. I don't understand the concept. I don't understand how anybody. Maybe it says I've grown up, but I don't understand how you can have an imaginary friend. How can you imagine a person and talk to them and like play with them and whatever as a kid?
I still do that now, though. Not to people that don't exist. I'll talk to people that exist, but they know they. Like I've had many conversations with you. Out loud. That's the worrying part. Out loud. And you've answered me back.
Was I really? Did I?
You sounded a lot like me, but yeah, you did.
You've got some wild imagination. I'm telling you. To be able to imagine things like that, like a fucking Santa riding an elephant and an elephant splashing him with water. I can't. Have you ever thought of writing a book?
I did write a book a few years ago. I never finished it.
Was it fiction?
Yeah.
That's a story for another day. Yeah, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Anyway.
I just as much don't get from your perspective. I don't understand.
That's because you've never lived, you've never experienced it like I have. Like just you can't understand it like I can't understand. So you being able to imagine these things.
You're walking down the street, someone's singing a song, and you pass them, they're long gone, and now for the next 5 fucking hours, this song's stuck in your head. That's a common saying. That's loads of people have said that. It's stuck in my head.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's an earworm. Yeah.
Can you actually hear that song in your head? And you are then singing along to it as if you can hear it on the radio?
No. I just keep singing it. I just keep singing the words.
How do you remember it though?
What do you mean? How do I remember it?
Like, how do you know what the song sounds like if you can't hear it?
Because I've heard it many times, whatever the song is.
I got to hear it in my head first. Now, what I find strange, what I find really strange is if you're trying to remember something's on the tip of your tongue, someone's name, you're trying to remember, what's the name?
Yeah.
Now, if I was naming people I knew, say the cast of Friends, Joey, Chandler, Monica,
do you know them?
Ross.
Do you know them? Oh.
No, I don't. But if I was naming them,
you don't know Chandler.
I'm picturing them.
Yeah.
I can see their faces.
Yeah.
But if I can't remember someone's name, normally I would say it first in my head and then say it out loud. So, Rachel.
Yeah.
I can hear it in my head first. It's reminding me of that information. But sometimes I can't for the fucking life of me remember what it is. And all of a sudden it'll just come out of my mouth before me even... I don't acknowledge it in my brain first. I just say it out loud.
You sure you're not bipolar?
Why does that mean I'm bipolar?
Because maybe it's the other you that's saying it and not you.
Is that bipolar?
Split personality disorder. Very similar, isn't it? It's not quite the same thing.
Is it? Is it?
Yeah. Split personality and bipolar, I'm sure they're different.
Yeah, that's my argument. You were saying they're the same.
No. I'm saying they're very, very similar, but I think they are different.
Yeah, I know they're different. I thought they were completely different.
No, I don't think so. I think they're very, very similar, but they're not.
Switched
I think
personality, one person goes to sleep, the other guy wakes up. Bipolar, you just have mood swings. Like erratical mood swings, but mood swings. I don't think you change personalities.
maybe I'm wrong. It's all shits and giggles. It's fine.
I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
Don't know. Maybe we're both wrong. I'm sure somebody will let us know. Some smart ass know it all in the comments.
I'm sure it is you, but I don't
Yeah.
think they're the same thing. Maybe.
All right. So are you sure you're not split personality?
Well, for what I've seen of split personality, you don't control the other voice.
No, I don't.
I control all of mine.
Oh, 10 of them.
You do have that voice, though, right?
No.
You have that voice you can control.
Yeah. If I say something in my head, I can hear myself. Not hear myself, but I can say something in my head and hear it.
And it's English. It's not a...
Of course, it's English. It's me. I can hear myself.
Yeah, but what I mean, it's not a feeling of a word. It's an actual word. You're actually saying the word in your head. It's as if you have two mouths. One's outside your head, the other one's inside your head. And you can hear that voice saying whatever the fuck it says. Yeah or no?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think so. You've confused me.
You've confused me. I think we should wrap this one up here because my fucking head's fried.
Do you know what I was going to say?
What are you going to say?
I was just thinking then. One thing that I do find weird. What?
You said you were just thinking. I want to know how you think, but go on. What's weird?
What do you mean? I think. You know, if someone's, how do I explain it? If someone's reading a book out loud,
Yeah,
and you're reading it in your head,
yeah.
can you read the words, or do you know the words as they're being said by that other person, or do you have to read them? Do you know? Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. Does it?
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I
Like,
follow their voice.
if I hear a song on the radio, right? I hear a song being played, and I can see the lyrics in front of me.
Yeah.
I know what lyrics is. I feel like I can see what lyrics is coming up and know what's going to be said before it's there. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you or not?
Okay, so you've got words written down in front of you, and you know what those words say. Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
I know. No. But I mean, I don't know how to explain it.
If
It
someone
always
was,
felt weird.
if I was reading over someone's shoulder and they were reading out loud, if I tried reading something, it depend on my concentration. Either I could zone out of their voice so I couldn't hear them, and I could concentrate on my own inner voice reading that book, then I could do it. But if for whatever reason their voice is more dominating in my senses, then their voice will take over. I'll follow what they're saying.
Yeah, but like if someone's reading a book and they're reading it fast in a certain way, and even if it's a really complicated word that you can't quite read and you have to look at it and try and work out what it says first, but it's said really, really quick. You know, if you see like subtitles, if you've got TV on with subtitles,
Okay.
and they're in sync, and it comes up and it says supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, can you read that word as quick as it's being said? Do you know what I mean? Because it's being said to you. I don't know how to.
I seen something on Instagram the other day, and I have to send it to you. It was a reading test. Words were flashing up really
I've seen
quickly.
that. Yeah,
And it was like
I've seen
5
it.
different levels of speedness.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
I could do level 2.
Oh, I could do them all.
Out loud?
No, in my head.
So when you read in your head, do you hear the word? When you read
No.
the book, you're reading Harry Potter now. Is this the final scene between Harry Potter and Voldemort, and they're going head to head in the fucking duel?
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert!
Well, it's
Yeah.
10 years old.
Yeah, I wouldn't read the book, but yeah.
Okay, but you're reading the book.
Yeah, okay.
Are you seeing Harry and Voldemort go head to head with their wands out, with the spells being cast? Would you see it in your head? Would the animation play out?
No, not in the slightest. I'd be reading the book going, Avada Kedavra, like that. Wingardium Leviosa. I'd be reading it really slow, but I'd be concentrating on reading the words.
Yeah, I do that. I'm a slow reader. I can read, like, pretty good, but I can't read fast. I'm a slow reader. Because what I do is read each individual word. I will look at the 3 letters that spell the word and. I will like look at them. My girlfriend, however, she'll be reading and within seconds she'll turn the page. I'm like, whoa, I'm fucking on the 4th line.
Yeah,
Because she
I'm
would
a
just
bit
like,
like that.
she like just glance over the words and somehow, like, how much
I'm
of
a
the
bit,
story are you actually making up?
I'm a bit like that in the sense that when I'm reading, I have to really concentrate on the words that I'm reading. Do you know what I mean? I can't read a book, for example. That's why I don't read books, because I can't read a book and imagine. The whole idea of reading a book is you're supposed to use your imagination to see what's going on, like you would in a film.
Yeah.
In it, I can't do that. When I read a book, I'll start up here, read the words. I can read the words. Obviously, I can read. So I read the words, but by the time I get to the bottom, I forgot what I read up here because I'm concentrating too much on reading the words.
I do that quite often. Again, it depends on my concentration, depends on my just how I am that day.
Yeah, if you was to read the book to me, I'd take it all in, no problem. I'd
So I
probably
listen
enjoy
to
it.
audiobooks.
Yeah, I have. Yeah. I'd prefer to listen to a book than read it because somebody reading it to me, I haven't got to concentrate on trying to read.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So have you always thought of yourself as someone without an imagination, or is it just this evening and you realise, holy shit?
Just now, maybe you've just got a overactive imagination, and I've just got a normal imagination.
But you can't envision books. That's surely that's the whole reason a book was invented.
That's what I'm saying. I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why I can't picture a scene from a book.
So how do you know what I look like? If you're not looking at me, how do you know what I look like?
I don't unless I look at you. I do because I remember. I remember what you look like.
But that's what I mean. You remember, like, you just remember the details of to describe me, or you. It hurts my head every time I think about it. Every person I have this conversation with, it fucks me up.
Yeah, I don't know.
All this because it's the new year.
All this, yeah, all this because of imagining a calendar and what fucking color it is.
But can you see the calendar? Like you said, if you envision the calendar, you can see it. Can you like read it? Like December, November, October, September, August, July, June, April, May. Do you know what I mean? Can you do
No,
that?
no, I'd have to go January, February, March, April, May, June, July.
Can you go 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4?
Yeah, because I know. I could do that.
Can you go
I
like
can't do the. I can't do the
Z,
alphabet
Y, X?
backwards. No,
What?
no, kind of fuck. No.
So if you were like envision, if you. Oh, you can't envision. Okay, let's move on.
All
What are
right,
you
let's
meant to
move
be
on.
this evening anyway? The fuck are you coming as?
You know, I put it on, but I've since thought that is my hat a turkey?
I definitely wouldn't have said turkey.
That's what it looked like when I put it on. But I thought, fuck it, I'll leave it on. I thought it might have been a turkey. Anyway, I'm supposed to be one of the 3 kings. I thought I'd go for a bit of a king theme.
You look like some sort of Cyclops alien.
Do I? Is it my eye? Sorry, is my third eye putting you off?
Wait, I think you're a fish. It's a fish, isn't it?
Is it a fish? I don't know what it is, but I see the pointy bits and thought, oh, that looks like a crown. I'll put that on.
Yeah, we'll go with the crown.
We'll go with the crown. It's a crown, people. It's a crown.
Why are you a king?
The 3 kings.
Okay.
Yeah. Why was we Santa last week?
Because it was Christmas.
Yeah. Well, 3 kings are coming up.
When's the 3 kings then?
The 6th of January.
Is it?
The 3 kings didn't get to Mary, Joseph, and Jesus until the 6th.
What? Did they? Right. They marked on the calendar, did they?
Apparently, it was the 6th. That's when the 3 kings turn up with their fucking. What do they bring? What is it?
Gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Myrrh. That's the one.
Oh,
That's the
meh.
one. See? Sorry, mate.
Kings are shepherds.
Anyway, whatever it is, I thought I'd do it. Anyway, any New Year resolutions?
Yes, actually.
Have you? Go on then.
Cutting out chocolate for the month of January. No chocolate, which means chocolate biscuits, chocolate cake, Anything chocolate.
Anything chocolate, I guess, if you can't have chocolate.
Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Decided to eat a lot of chocolate. So it's not good for you. It tastes good, but it's not good for you.
Do you know when New Year resolution started?
January the 1st.
No, apparently it was about 4,000 years ago they started doing New Year resolutions, because the new year would last for 12 days, and they would keep these resolutions for 12 days. Apparently,
All right. So how the fuck do we know that?
don't know. That's what Google said.
So for 4,000 years, we've been keeping track of time. Apparently, for
We've been
4,000 years at least.
but yeah, for 4,000 years we've been saying, diet starts Monday. I'll go to the gym first of Jan.
Yeah, that's something like that. Starting the gym next Monday.
Yeah, I need to get back into the gym properly.
Have you stopped?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Not stop, but stop going as much, not dedicating as much. That'll be my New Year's resolution. Why not?
Back to the
I
gym.
stuck out my last New Year's resolution. Do you remember?
What was that?
I stopped smoking.
Oh yeah, well done.
Yeah, that was 2 years ago when you was here. Do you remember?
I do.
Do you remember it vividly? Do you remember what I did? Go on.
You went straight
You
to the
remember
shop and bought a shitload of e-vapes. That's exactly what you did.
I did. Okay. I stopped smoking cigarettes at 11:45, New Year's Eve 2 years ago.
You did
This time
smoke.
2 years ago.
Well
No,
done.
wow. Yeah.
How do you feel?
Check it out. Not bad.
Apparently, though, those vapes, them vape pens, contain a shitload of sugar.
Probably. Yeah, I can believe that.
Apparently, you're absorbing that sugar as well.
Oh, well, it's not making me fat, so.
Neither's the chocolate, but I need to cut it out. Apparently, someone with diabetes noticed their insulin level. They cut out all their sugar in their diet
Oh, really?
because they were diagnosed with diabetes. They cut out all their sugar,
Yeah.
but they were still having these surges in their blood sugar level.
Right, and it was because of the
It
vape.
turned out every time they were having a hit on this vape, yeah.
What the hell?
And enough to affect their reading.
Enough to affect the blood sugar. Jesus.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Oh, well, I'm not diabetic, so.
So it was 2 years ago you gave up smoking. Must be what, 3 years ago then?
Fags. Stop
Yeah.
smoking fags.
Must be 3 years ago. I stopped drinking alcohol.
After that New Year's Eve where you got smashed up,
Yeah.
he was wrecked. He was wrecked that night.
That makes it sound like I got beat up.
Oh,
Right?
no. Didn't get beat up. Hard man over here.
I can hold my own.
No, you got paralytically drunk, didn't you?
I did, but yeah.
Was that last time you had a drink then? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. New Year's Eve.
You and your brother,
I didn't know it was my last drink until...
Mr. Only Child over here. Him and his brother.
Oh, me and my two brothers, right? But I grew up
Mr.
an only child. I heard you laughing earlier when I said I'm an only child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's not get into details.
Obviously, I do have siblings, but I grew up in my household. I was the only child.
Okay, you can say that. You were the only child in your house.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll allow that.
Forever. I've never lived with any of my siblings.
I beg to differ.
Does a month count? I don't know. It's a long sleepover.
You was older than a month.
What? No, he stayed for a month. Oh, you wait
No,
when I was first born?
When you was baby, yeah.
I can't remember that.
Well, with the memory like yours, I'm sure you could if you really tried.
I can remember. I have memories of being in a nappy.
No, you do not.
I do.
No, you're making them up. You can't do.
I may very well be making them up. But
Nobody can remember that far back. Can you remember being in the womb?
No.
Are you
It
sure?
was too dark.
Bloody hell.
No, I can't remember being in the womb. I can remember the house I lived in, or more specifically, the living room of the house I lived in when I was 2.
No.
I can remember the whole house I moved to when I was 3, which was 3 stories. I had a basement, the kitchen, and then bathroom was downstairs in the basement with my play area. Then you walked up in the ground floor, then you had the living room, and then first floor you had the bedrooms, and I think another bathroom. I can see it all. I can remember that. I was 3 moving there, 4 moving from there. I lived there less than a year.
No.
I was in that house. I can remember being in a nappy. Actually, I can remember getting out of the bath, having a towel around me, still naked, but a towel around me, my mother hoovering, and me following on my hands and knees, following this hoover around for heat. Because I was cold because I just got out of the bath.
Yeah. I don't
So
know how you can
like the
remember that.
exhaust on a hoover. I can remember doing
Yeah.
that in the specific house. On that house, I know I had to have been maximum of 4 because I moved from there when I was 4.
That's mad. I haven't got a memory like yours. I don't know how you do it. Yet you can't remember a fucking joke.
No, fuck, I forgot my joke.
Have you got a joke? You better have a joke.
No, I forgot.
Ah, bloody hell. I've got a joke, but it's not very good. Right, so we'll wrap up the New Year episode then.
Yeah.
Finish on a joke, shall we?
Okay.
Okay, right.
You
want me to go
but
first?
I try and remember.
Okay, I'll go first. Right. I gotta try and remember it as well.
You must have such a hard time remembering things if you can't see or
I
hear
do.
anything.
I do. Did you hear about the man that got arrested for stealing calendars on New Year's Eve? No, he got 12 months. Terrible.
Okay.
Go on.
What does it mean if your birthday's in September?
Go on.
Your parents started the year with a bang.
My birthday's in September. Thanks for that. Right. Well, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. If you didn't, then don't
Like
hit
and subscribe. Like and
don't-
subscribe
yeah.
anyway because it helps the channel. So lovely.
It could be a good
Okay.
deed for the year.
Yes. Keep up those resolutions. You can do it. Go to the gym.
Again,
Right.
seriously, leave a comment down below about how you remember and think things, because one of us is
He's-
strange, and I don't
he-
think it's me. Anyway,
Right. And don't forget, it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits. Bye.
bye.
The Chits and Giggles Podcast.